Hello everyone, this is the first series in the tutorial series on how to use LaTeX. So today we're going to see some basic commands that you can use to produce a LaTeX document. So the first thing that you need to say is document class. Then within the brackets you need to put any options. For instance, if you want to change your font to 12 point, you can specify that here, and then in the curly braces you put the type of the document. So this, in my case, I'm using an article, which is the basic. It is included with your package. There are other classes that you can use. For instance, if you are writing a paper for IEEE or ACM, you could put IEEE Tran. So we'll talk about those details later. So let's go to the basics today. So the first thing after this document class that you have to do is a begin statement for your document. And since there is a begin, there will be an end document. Everything goes between these two, begin and end document. So the first thing, obviously, for an article is a title. So I'll create a title and I'll call it sample LaTeX article by 5 minutes of LaTeX. And in order to make it a title, you need to say /make title. I'll save it and I'll run it. And this is the output. I'll bring it in the frame here. So you see, nothing much. So this date is from the article class, so it definitely puts a date. You can change it, but we'll see how to change those stuff later. So for instance, if you want a different article, all you have to do is that go back there and just change the title. So now you know how to do a title. Now the next thing is a section. If you want to create a section, for instance, you'll start with an introduction. A section doesn't need an end section because it's not a begin section. So it's a section, introduction, and here I'll just write something. This is a sample introduction section. This is a second line in the introduction, and this is a third line. That's it. That's your section. I'll create another section. I'll call it motivation. The motivation behind this tutorial is to share the knowledge for the benefit of everyone who wants to start using LaTeX. Okay, I'm gonna save it and I'm gonna run it. Let's see. So here it is. Let me again bring it to the frame. Here, a sample LaTeX. This is our title. This is our section. It is automatically numbered. This is section 2. But you see, there are no different lines. It is just one paragraph, although I put different lines here. So for that, if you want to add a new line, you just add // it's a backslash, and that will produce different lines. Good enough, right? Yep. Okay, so that's a basic article. If you want to change the font size, let me make it 8 so that the difference is visible. So you see, it's an 8-point font. Then you can change the page size also. For instance, here I can say A4 paper or letter paper for that matter, if you want to have a letter paper. So let me go letter paper. So the size and the dimensions of the page can be changed from here. If you want to do a bigger change, you can also use a package called geometry, for instance. So all use package statements, if you want to use an external package, and trust me, you'll use a lot of external packages for your final version. but since this is the basics, we don't need many. But I'll introduce one package called geometry. So if you want to control the margins, you can specify that here. For instance, I can say 12 mm. So 1 inch is like 25.4 mm or something. So based on that, you can do it. I say top equals to 0.5 inches. So you can as well specify inches or millimeters the way you prefer it. Bottom equals to 5 inches. And the package name is geometry. Let's see if I made a mistake. No, I didn't. You see, so the dimensions of the page and the margins have changed. If I want to comment it, I just put a % here, and this is the original document. Good enough. Okay, so we'll start here and post your questions in the comments if you have one, and I'll try to answer them.